firstly, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on my spider friend.
What?
Spider friend? Ruben!
Dad's Dungeon Dudes.
So, welcome back to our latest adventure of Dad's Dungeon Dudes. My name is Chris. I'll be your DM for today as we continue moving on from the Radiant Citadel into a new adventure which we have written for ourselves called the Verdant Awakening. Now, last time you joined us on our adventure, our four heroes solved the mystery of the night market. They used magic and music and nature and logic to unmask the true culprit behind the sabotage in the night market. But their victory brought the attention of the Radiant Citadel's ancient speakers, and they summoned the heroes into a private location, into a special pool that had a portal to another world, and each of our heroes got given a personal quest that revealed their true epic destinies. As each of our characters has had their history revealed to them, finally a mysterious tabaxi named Whisper appeared, and he told them that there was a dying forest somewhere that needed their help. Then he threw a coin into the portal that was on the northern edge of the map, and it changed the portal into this giant green swirling mass that revealed on the other side a person waiting for them. Finally, taking a deep breath, our heroes actually leveled up to level 3, and they stepped through the portal to leave the night market behind. So around the table today we have playing with us
Isaiah playing Saldrin Noel.
Teddy playing Thornsley Shadowscale.
Hugo playing Gabriel Brightwing.
And Ruben playing Ebonyclaw Shadow.To.
And so characters, as we play through today, why don't you tell those that are listening at home, as you've leveled up, what have you chosen, why have you chosen it, what's changed for you?
I have chosen the College of Glamour because I get beguiling magic, and I've also got a bunch of good spells.
My subclass is a Gloomstalker, and I chose it because I got some extra spells.
I chose Circle of the Moon because you all saw how you all heard how I really liked turning into animal form, so this lets me take that to my full potential.
I chose a subclass of Knowledge, and I just chose it because then I can unlock my book from the last episode.
Excellent. And so as we enter into our story today, the characters have now stepped through the portal and they've appeared on the other side. Now, as they step through the portal, all memory of the night market actually passes from their memory. So the smell of all the delicious roasted meats and the spices vanish, and instead what they can smell is this scent of these ancient pine trees. There's damp earth beneath them. It smells really fresh because they're into a forest zone. And so heroes, you step through the portal into this massive glass domed greenhouse, and floating this greenhouse is at the very edge of the Radiant Citadel. It's actually in the Radiant Citadel, but it's at one of the edges of the city itself. Now, you see light beaming through the glass of this ancient conservatory, but the plants here look tired. They look grey. They look a little bit, sort of dead, but not quite dead. They're busy drooping and dying. In the center of the room sits a woman with a shimmering emerald green scales on her cheek. Now, her eyes are ancient and kind, and Whisper, the tabaxi person who the cat-like person who summoned you here, steps out behind you and he bows to her and he says to her, "I've brought them, my lady." He purrs to her. The woman smiles. She says, "Welcome, heroes. I am Veridiana. I, once upon a time, was an emerald green dragon, which is what you can see on the screen there. So as you enter into this space, you can look around, you can talk to her. As we think through this, Gabriel, what are you thinking? What do you want to say to her?
I'm going to say, hey, when I looked out through the portal, I thought you were a green dragonborn.
She laughs and chuckles at that, says, yes, I do bear a striking resemblance to a dragonborn these days, but in fact I am an ancient green dragon. Thornsley.
What would I be able to say to you? Well, since I'm a druid, I know what type of dragons are good and bad, and you are a green dragon, which are formerly known to be bad.
She nods with a bit of, and as you look at her face, you recognize that there's great sadness there. She says, yes, it's true. Most of my kin, the chromatic dragons, are in fact evil and wicked. I have never fit within my family. I've always sought the good in the world. And so she reveals to you that actually she is a good green dragon. Her alignment is good, and she seeks to restore an ancient forest. She doesn't want to pursue the destruction of what her family is normally known for. Saldrin.
Can I cast Detect Magic to see if there's any, magic in this room?
For sure.
Okay.
So describe to us what Detect Magic would look like as you cast it.
Do you do it ritual or...
Ritual.
Yeah, may as well do it as a ritual. No point wasting a spell here.
So I basically just wave my hands up and down, and I just wiggle my fingers.
Okay, and so as you wiggle your fingers and your magic power stretches throughout this place, you recognize that there are various bits and pieces. You've got a general sense that this, it's an ancient emerald dragon, and so there was going to be magic here all along. But none of these things are dangerous, you sense. The magic you sense is really magic that tries to keep this place together. And even as you do so, it has the feel that it tries to protect this specific room, holding it together even though it's crumpling all around you. It's old, it's looking a bit disused, and the magic is really just holding a falling apart place together. Ebonyclaw.
Could I try and cast Healing Word to try and heal some of the plants?
You can do that, yep.
Okay, should I do second level or first? I'll do second.
It may be a waste of a spell slot because these are only plants, not people, but you can do that if you choose.
Yep.
So what would that look like?
Like me healing the plants, or how much health?
No, what would you be doing? Describe to us what you're doing here.
Oh, so I'm just walking through all the plant, the thing, and I'm just putting my hands to the side, and whatever plants I touch, they turn green. But yeah.
Okay, make sure you spend that spell slot.
Yep,
and so Veridiana looks at you and says, she kind of chuckles to herself. She smiles and says, thank you for looking after my falling apart conservatory here. I really appreciate what you're trying to do. But the real problem here is not the sickness in this room. The sickness of these plants really are just a symptom of a much greater and deeper sickness. You see, my home, my ancient magical forest, is called the Verdant Heart, and it is a place that is dying. My best friend from my youth, his name is an Archdruid. His name is Elias Thorne, and he lost some stuff in his life, and he became terrified of a sickness that struck my forest. And so this sickness has been slowly chewing away at the trees, and what you see here, the plants we have slowly dying here, is just another symptom of that same sickness. And Elias became so afraid of losing this forest home of mine that he tried to make it a permanent forest. But the way he did that was instead of letting the trees grow, he started replacing all of the creatures, all of the plants, everything in the forest, the living stuff. He replaced with cold, unfeeling machines. He's turned what was once a beautiful forest into a forest of metal and gears and grinding. Thornsley.
Well, the reason I'm called Thornsley is because since he's an Archdruid, he taught me. I was named after his last name.
That's a fascinating insight, and thank you for sharing that. Remember that as this adventure goes on. Maybe there might be some specific things when you meet Elias again that you'd like to ask him or say to him as a druid yourself, someone who loves nature.
I'll speak to him in Druidic if I can.
Well, he's not here, but remember that when you eventually meet him. Ebonyclaw.
I'm just going to, be my head base. You see everybody is looking at my head, and it kind of just mushroom clouds. What? Then I fall back to the ground.
In shock as she tells you this story. So she says, look, what you need to understand about Elias is that Elias is not a monster. People think of him as a tyrant, but he's not really a terrible person. It is his fear at losing the forest, which he loves, that has driven him to do this terrible thing. But the reality is that if we truly love something, we need to let it grow. We might need to let it go, even if it hurts us. And so I need heroes who can understand harmony, who understand how forests work, to help us to restore my home. I need you to go and cure the Verdant Heart. Thornsley.
Would I be able to go okay, so what do we have to do?
Yeah. Before we answer that question, we'll go to Gabriel.
I'm going to ask her, where do we go?
But whose crystal has lit up?
It's still with Ebonyclaw for the time being.
And
it's still with Gabriel Nightwing for the time being.
And
so,
also,
yes,
when do we stop? When do we go to the what's the
Verdant Verdant Heart?
Yeah. When do we go to the Verdant Heart?
Well, let me explain. So she explains, she says, okay, so you need to know the details of what's happening here. She goes to Ebonyclaw and she gives to Ebonyclaw a heavy iron key. Imagine in your mind the kind of key that you would see on an ancient gate of a castle or something. It's a giant key that weighs, it weighs quite a lot. And she gives it to him and she says, this key is the key that opens the door to the Heroes Hearth. And I'll explain to you what that is in a second. But first she goes to Gabriel and she says, to you, Gabriel, I bestow this crystal. And she gives him a crystal. Now it looks basically like a shard of glass. It should be bright red, she says, but currently it's dull, it's grey, it's like it's lost all of its life. Then she says to him, Gabriel, this is a drained Concord Crystal. You know those crystals that make the big Concord jewels outside of the city work, the transport crystals? This is the one that controls the Ruby Concord jewel. It is going to be what takes you to the first place that you need to go in order to restore the verdant forest. As you travel, to get to Elias, to get to the Verdant Heart, you have to travel to the 4 different realms to gather together what are called the Artifacts of Renewal. So these are the things that you're going to find in each of these places, and to get there, you need to use the Concord crystals to get to each of these 4 places. Now, the crystal we have, though, has been fully drained, and the reason for that is that Elias has set some of the power from this crystal into some clockwork animals that are somewhere hidden around. And you will need to refill and restore this crystal in order to go to the Ruby City, which is where this crystal takes you. The key that I've given you is a key to open a gate. and this is a gate towards your own safe place in the in the Radiant Citadel. The key opens a house that is called the Heroes Hearth. This is a house I'm going to give you. This will be your base of operations. You may live here. Right now it's abandoned. It's looking a little bit bad. But this will be your base of operations. This is the place that I'm going to give to you as your very own house. It's yours now. So why don't you go and claim this house? You'll have to maybe clear it out. There might be some cobwebs around, but this is your place. And once you've cleaned that out, we can get started. So before we move on, is there anything that anyone wants to say? We'll start with you, Ebonyclaw.
I just wanted to say that when she gives me the key, since I'm a dragonborn, I thought it would be lighter for me than most, but when when she hands it to me, I'm kind of like, oof, because it's really heavy.
Thornsley.
Would I be able to say,
Let's go claim that house.
And Saldrin, do you want to add anything to that?
Yes. Would she have any spell scrolls which would help us clean the house?
She says, "What I have done what I can to clean this house. I've given you a great treasure. To make it truly your own, you need to put your own mark on it. So you'll need to do what you think is best to go." Gabriel.
I was going to ask her, is there anything I can do for you?
As long as you can save my Verdant Heart forest, you will have paid me back in full. So Whisper pops out from next to her and he says, "Follow me and I shall take you to your new home." And so he walks out to the east there, and you follow him along the streets. And as you follow him through the streets of the Radiant Citadel, you look to your right and you can see the Concord jewel that you're supposed to take, and it's completely grey and dark. Unlike all the Concord jewels around it that are lit up at this stage, it doesn't show anything. Ebonyclaw.
Is the Concord jewel currently docked or like in midair?
It's hanging in midair. There's no way to really reach it. You can see there is a docking station for it to pick you up from once this control crystal activates, but currently it's just kind of floating there waiting to be reactivated. And so you continue walking along the streets of the Citadel, and you're feeling this sense of purpose, this sense that you've got a mission, you've got a story, you've got something for yourself to do. And as you round the corner, Whisper points towards this manor in front of you, and you see before you exactly what you would expect. It's this gothic type of giant mansion. It has a couple of different levels. There's a big there's a a stone wall around the house, around the mansion that is protecting it from those outside. Giant iron gates are at the front, and you can see that that's where the key needs to go into. Thornsley.
is there a pool?
Well, you can't see that from the road. You're still outside the road, but Whisper points to that house, and you can see hanging over the door there's a little sign that says the Heroes Hearth. You can tell that if this place is warm, it would be a wonderfully warm home for you. But right now, it's dark. There's not a single light on inside. Some of the windows are a bit cracked. Some of the glass has been shattered. There's a big iron chain holding the gates together shut. And you've got the key and you're about to enter. Anything before you enter into it? Thornsley.
Let's restore this house to its former glory.
When we get into the house, I want to use Cloud of Daggers or my regular daggers, just like if it's completely blocked with cobwebs, to like slash at the cobwebs and clear them away.
Sure. So you, Ebonyclaw, grab that giant key that she's given you, and you stick it into the lock, and it unlocks, and it does this giant click, and the lock that's been holding it shut has been rusted shut, in fact. But as you force it through, it unlocks and it pops open, and the gates swing open. And as the gates swing open, you feel inside you this kind of strange warmth. You are being drawn into this home, and you recognize, as people that are clerics or druids, wise ones of various kinds, you recognize that that's a sign that the ownership of this property has been transferred to the four of you. Now this Radiant Citadel, you have a home within it, and you can always return here to rest, to recover, to recuperate. Now, one of the interesting features of this particular house is that it's a magical house. It's not just a standard place that you can make your own. So as you walk towards it, you push the door open and you reveal this giant. You open the door and you're in the main hall of the house. It's like a reception hall. It's covered in cobwebs. There's a layer of dust like an inch thick lying on the floor. It is a massive room. There's a grand hall, and you realize that this grand hall could function as a ballroom, as a place where you could perform music if you like. To the left, you see a courtyard that's got some rooms. Maybe they're like stables or places where animals were once kept, that's completely empty at this stage. It can be turned into a sanctuary for animals. To the right, you see you look through and you see an ancient study. There are all these bookshelves with various books on it. It could hold a massive library. Towards the back, there is a kitchen where potions can be brewed or things can be constructed. Out the back, there's a workshop where, if someone was wanting to craft something, they could do that there. All of these things you see, but they're all empty. And as Whisper says to you, the beauty of this house is that it's a magical house. And as you rescue people, you bring people to this home, you can invite them to set up their shops right here in your home. They can become part of the people that support you as you pursue this quest to restore the Verdant Heart. Saldrin.
Two things. One, this is pretty much like the like your camp at Minecraft Dungeons, pretty much.
Yeah, yep. So this is kind of like the base where you can do stuff, buy stuff, change stuff, and it's a place where it's kind of safe for you from the terrors from outside. At least it will be once you kind of fill it up a bit, and you can make it your own however you like. Thornsley.
Would we just be able to actually start cleaning it up now?
Yeah, before we do that, let's go back to Saldrin. Sorry, I forgot your second thing.
I would like to investigate to see if there's any spell scrolls.
So you go wandering, you look into the library and you trace all the books across. And there are various bits of parchment. Most of the stuff in this particular library has to do with the history of the Radiant Citadel itself. Some of it has to do with the history of the Verdant Heart, the story of Veridiana and her family, and how she fled, from her family, which were these evil chromatic dragons. How she and Elias became friends. There's like journals that kind of tell you of that. There are unfortunately no spell scrolls that you can see here. However, it may be possible one day for you to recruit a librarian or a wizard who could use this as a space to maybe make some of these or to produce something like that. Ebonyclaw.
Two things. First, is there a pool out back?
There is a fountain with a little, like a paddle pool, if you like. It's a place where perhaps originally there's like a fish pond, where the people that owned this house before you maybe had a fish pond. If you would like to, later on, you can perhaps expand that into a proper pool. It would take some money and some time, but that's certainly doable. So that's thing number one.
And second thing, is there a games room?
You wander up the stairs of this hallway, and as you walk up, you see a second landing which has got various places where people can relax. So there is an open space that you can make into a hangout games room. You can put some various games in there if you like. It's currently just an open space. You can recruit or go and see if someone can create for you a pool table to put in there if you'd really like.
Oh, and that's the third thing.
Or something like that, but there is space to make a play space.
Can I have the master bedroom?
Well, you can wander around. You will all need to select a bedroom here for you to sleep in as a place.
Dibs master bedroom.
And so, since you're the first one who called it, you wander across the various. There's like a balustrade, stopping you from falling down into the hall, and there's doors leading off to the sides with the bedroom. And at the very end is the master bedroom, and you open the doors, and it is a giant room. It's got a big double bed in there for you, and you realize that this will be the place where you can really rest and recuperate.
Penthouse.
We'll go to Gabriel.
I have 3 things. One, I dibs on the second best room.
I said penthouse.
But, also.
You get the janitor's closet.
So there's this tiny little room with a couple of brooms.
And you decide that's your bedroom.
It's just a joke, Hugo.
And my second thing is, in our last episode, we called our base of operations a boo. Base of operations.
Yep.
And the third thing is, I was going to say to Ruben, do your thing when we got into the place and there was all the cobwebs.
So as you follow Ebonyclaw up, Gabriel, the room right next to his is equally as good and glorious, and you walk in there and you open the door and you decide this is the one for you. The walls of it is covered with all these angelic scenes. There are angels with wings, there are cherubs, there are clouds, and it makes you, as an Asimar, makes you feel right at home in that specific space. Go back to Saldrin.
I did some bedroom with bookshelves and books in it.
So what you could do is you could simply make the study your room and just claim it as your bedroom, or you could just pick a room with shelves as well. Up to you.
I'll just pick a room with shelves and then I can just take the book from the study in there.
Fair enough. And so you spend maybe 2 or 3 hours taking all the books from the study, from the library that you decide look interesting, that you want to read, and you stack your shelves. And so your room becomes what is clearly a place for a learned person, a cleric of logic such as yourself would feel very welcome here. It is sparse otherwise. There's a bed and books, and that's kind of your thing, and that's what you've got.
Also, I would like to cast detect magic on the whole house.
So you'll have to spend a spell slot to do that, so that's fine.
Or he could do it ritually.
You can cast it ritually, that's fine. So you spend some time ritually casting, wiggling your fingers as before, and you recognize that this is a magical house, and so there are parts of the house that have more magical feeling to it and some that have less magical feeling. So part of that detect magic, roll for me an Arcana check, please.
Arcana?
Can I give it
I'm really good with Arcana.
Well, let him just roll because he's casting the spell.
24.
So with the 24 and being really attuned to tuned into your magic, you recognize that there are a couple of places where there is really strong magic. It's not active though. You recognize there's like sources of magic within this house somehow. There are 3 of them, but you don't sense
3
that
sources.
3 different sources that are somewhere in this house. However, they're not currently active, but there is like a brewing energy there that could one day potentially be tapped into.
Sauces? What are they? Mustard, tomato sauce, barbecue sauce, chili sauce.
I shall not answer that question. Good joke though. I'll give that a gold. Teddy. Thornsley.
Would I be able to like get like a good room fit for a druid, and then once I do that, like I'll go to the greenhouse to find some exotic plants if there is one.
So, what you see when you look out the window is that there is in fact a fully enclosed tree house, which could be a good house for a druid. It's literally in a tree. So it could be used as a room for you, or you could find a room within the house and decorate it accordingly.
I shall do the house that's in the tree, because then I can be one with the tree.
Very good. So you wander outside. There is an ancient oak tree, and it's got stepped into the tree itself. The wood responds to your presence as another druid. You recognize that Elias Thorne would have had his hands in this. You recognize the same kind of magic, and so this tree also recognizes that same kind of druidic magic that you have, and it shapes itself as you approach, so that you have these steps walking up into the tree, so that you can take up residence in the room.
Would I be able to see if there's anything written in druidic?
Roll an investigation check.
Okay. Give an advantage. With druidic though, I'm pretty sure it says I see it immediately. Like I get a notification in my head basically. Well, I will roll anyway.
Can I give him advantage?
Or perception.
No, investigation.
Investigation.
Can I give him advantage?
No, he's looking for it. Remember?
Wait.
So you don't notice anything specific, but you do recognize as a druid that this is clearly druidic, attuned to druids. However, as you then walk up into the room shapes itself around, or the treehouse shapes itself around what would be required normally for a druid. So there's a place to put all your gear. There's a comfortable bed. The bed is made out of essentially moss and grasses that are comfortable for druids to lie on. It's got a really earthy scent to it, and you walk in and you just sigh, this is home, it feels like. So having established that that's your room, you wander back in. Finally, Ebonyclaw.
But 3 things. Firstly, can I, like, if any, can I move like 1 or 2 shelves from the, not Isaiah's study, but the big library into my room?
Yep, you can do that.
Books? Okay. Should I make a strength check?
No, I'll just allow you to do it.
Okay. Second thing, I'm just going to stop. How many cobwebs are in my room? But that's not my second.
So there's quite a few, but you're just setting up home at this stage, so it doesn't really matter. We'll assume that you clean them out as you go.
Okay. Wait, is it like walls of cobwebs or?
They're
like
in the various corners.
Okay, but are there like a few just stretching across the entire room?
Sure.
Okay, I'm just gonna slice at them with my daggers and maybe get a few in my mouth by accident.
Perhaps you can do that.
And third, I'm just going to come out, take Hugo by the arm, and then just drag him in, and then drag him and chuck him into the janitor's closet and close and lock the door.
Well, as Hugo bangs on the door to get out, Thornsley comes back inside from having claimed the treehouse. He lets him out. Last thing, Thornsley, before we move on.
I just want to clean the house.
Yeah, so you all kind of having established your various bedrooms and things, you all come back out into the central hall, and you realize this is going to be a great home for you. And as you realize that, I need you all to please roll for initiative.
No! No, it turns out the cat dude is actually
19.
evil.
19.
Hang on.
Better not be.
Let me note this.
I just told you what it is.
Wait, no, it's It's a clockwork. Yeah, it's one of the clockwork animals. Hooray!
Okay, so Gabriel, you have 19.
Yeah, boy.
I got 18. I got 18.
I got 16. I got 21.
Oh, 21.
No, you rolled so many times though.
Fine, I got 12.
Thornsley?
I got 18.
I got 16.
And Saldrin, you had 12.
Yep.
I have 16.
Alright, I shall reveal to you what happened. So as you all walk back into the hall, you hear this tick, 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 tick kind of sound, and descending from the roof in front of you in 2 spaces, behind you in 1, there are these clockwork spiders that are coming down from the ceiling, and they are they've got their eyes basically set on you, and so this is what you see. They are coming down, and they are attacking as well. So I will now quickly roll for them to see which order they go in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you go.
What's the
I
actual
could-
room look like?
I could
Because all
at
we can see is
least, I
white.
will at least be 4.
Spider 1 is 11. Spider 2 is 18. And Spider 3 is 9.
Which one goes first out of you or the spider?
So the order here will be Gabriel, then Thornsley, then
Then
Spider,
Then Ruben.
Then Saldrin,
Ruben, then Saldrin,
and then other spider.
then exactly other spider.
Aren't these the spiders that Teddy needs for his clockwork animals? Yeah?
Probably.
That is for you to find out. And so that's where we're at. And so this is the order. So Gabriel, you are up first. What do you want to do?
I will cast Hunter's Mark on 1.
So explain to us what Hunter's Mark does,
Wait, no, I'll do the Hail of Thorns.
and what does Hail of Thorns do?
Hang on.
Hail of Thorns. It says as you hit oh no, Hugo, you have to hit them with a ranged weapon, and then you cast it.
Oh!
So okay, crossbow. He's using his crossbow on which one, Hugo? Which one? Which one are you hitting?
I will do
The one closest to Teddy.
the one closest to me.
Okay. He rolled a 6.
Yeah.
So your attack roll is a 6.
Yep.
A 6 does not hit. Strangely enough.
And then he pierces a hole in the wall. A million others come out.
No.
We have infested walls.
No, it hits it, except it clinks off harmlessly because you didn't cock it hard enough.
No, this is what I do.
All right. So that's your action.
Yes.
Do you have any
Bonus action?
bonus action?
I can do Hunter's Mark as a bonus action.
Hugo.
But you have to have hit, don't you?
Yeah, you do, Hugo.
All right. So that's Gabriel Thornsley.
Well, I shall do my famous shape-shifting.
Mm-hmm.
And now,
Is that an action or a bonus action?
that's a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Since these things are clockwork, I think clockwork with clockwork shall do. And I will turn into a Modron Quadron.
Which is what?
It's like this clockwork cube that harnesses the very power of Mechanus.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I do that as my bonus action, I shall do 4 slam attacks.
Okay. So pick a spider to do a slam attack.
Firstly, you need a move.
My speed is 30 feet. Will I be able
So which one do you want to approach?
What's
the
this one?
closest one.
Yep, you can get there.
And then slam it with your bum.
Okay. Then I shall slam it. I'm like, bam, bam, like whacking it in the, like on the poison sac with my elbow.
And then on
So
on your
it's
final one, you jump up
Thornsley's
and you
turn.
bark.
So you'll roll your attack roll.
Yes, my attack roll. I'll do 4 of them.
One of them, it's this plus 4. The first one is an 11.
Does not hit.
The second one is a that would not hit anyway. Okay, all of them are missing so far. Finally, can this one hit? Yes, this one obviously hits. 19.
That hits. And so how much damage?
1d4. I am regretting my life choices now.
What was it?
I only got 3 damage.
But what type of damage? What buys it of damage?
Well, no. Well, it's force damage,
So 3 damage.
yeah, 3 force damage.
3 damage. Okay, very good. Now, let me just quickly check something, because these particular Clockwork Spiders have some resistances, but Force is not one of those.
Yes.
So,
Do they have resistance to thunder? Please say they don't have resistance.
They've probably
to
got
thunder.
weakness because they're
well, you
clockwork.
have to figure that out. Alright, so spider number 1, which is the one that is closest to you, Thornsley, is going to do its attack. It's got a Clockwork Bite attack. It is a +6 to hit die. So let's roll and
Plus
see
6?
what happens.
And if I die, I disintegrate.
How much health do you
So
have?
it is an 8.
Yeah! Wait, plus 6.
No, that is, I rolled a 2.
Yeah!
So it takes a
my-
bite towards you. What's your AC?
My AC is 16 because I'm the motor and quadro.
So it takes a bite at you, and its clockwork teeth scrapes against your clockwork body, and it just scratches. No damage is done. It decides not to do anything else on its turn because it basically has rolled its attack. Does not have a multi-attack, so that's as much as it can really do. Which moves us then to Ebonyclaw.
I can't decide whether to do Cloud of Daggers, Heat Metal, or... Wait, with Heat Metal, would that melt the spiders? Technically?
Well, no, because
What does heat metal do?
Heat Metal... choose a manufactured metal object, such as a metal object, such as a metal weapon or a suit of heavy or medium metal armor that you can see within range. You cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. Until the spell ends, you can take a bonus action on each of your later turns to deal this damage again if the object is within range. If a creature is holding or wearing the object that takes damage for it, the creature must succeed on a con saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna rule that you cannot do that because this is a construct, not an object.
Yeah.
Okay.
So rules as written would suggest that this is a not a viable thing. So what do you want to do?
Cloud of Daggers, range 60 feet, always hits.
On what?
The spider closest to me, so the one in the top right corner.
Okay, so Spider Boy number 2. It always hits.
Yeah.
Is it a saving throw?
No. Wait. I just need to do that.
Oh yeah,
Daggers.
he needs to do 4d4 of slashing damage. That would be 10 damage to him.
So it just lets out what I guess you would assume is a
Scream.
screech, some weird clockwork
buzz?
scream, and it takes the damage, and it's not bloodied because it would. It's a clockwork thing, but you can see some bits of oil oozing from some of the pipes inside it, and it has taken some damage.
So it would technically be blood.
Not quite. It's not quite. It's still up and fighting,
It's oiled.
ready to go. So Saldrin, up to you.
I should do my famous guarding bolt.
Before you do that, it is probably worthwhile recognizing that this is chaos, right? And a cleric of logic does not like chaos. Your cleric mind, in fact, hates chaos. So you can open your Ledger of Legends, and you could, if you choose, use its special ability to study the spider.
That is what I'll do, and there's one lock break if I do that.
So roll an investigation check for me.
Oh, please.
Investigation. That would be what? Let's just do D20 plus 2.
19.
19 plus 2, 21.
So your study action allows you to see the following things. These are clockwork spiders, and what you notice with your 19 is that through your divine logic you can see that these spiders actually have a flaw. They are obviously heavily armored in the front, which is why so many of the hits of Thornsley did nothing, and only the magical intervention of Ebonyclaw did something. They are heavily armored creatures at the front. But at their back, you notice that they have a power source. They are powered by a Ruby Red magical crystal. This red gem is completely exposed on their backs. It doesn't, it won't just break if you, if it encounters a soft wind or something. They are physical crystals still, but these ruby gems are exposed. So it is possible if one of you distracts a spider, this is what you recognize as you've studied and you get your divine logic. You recognize that if one of the spiders gets distracted and turns towards them, towards that person, perhaps a teammate could attack the gem while the spider is facing the wrong way.
What kind of power source is it? Is it an upgrade version of tomato sauce?
Not this again.
Bronze minus for trying the same pun twice. Minus inspiration to you.
No, I still like.
And so that's your action. You've
I did.
done your study action, and that's what you've learned. And I'm assuming you're just going to yell and share that as a bonus action with the other.
Enough with blah 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 blah. This.
I did
All
not
right.
distracting it.
I have red weapon.
All right, so spider number 1. It is its turn now.
It is.
Sorry, spider number 2, which is the one in the top right-hand corner.
Yeah.
So it's going to move towards Ebonyclaw, and this particular spider is the one that's been damaged, and it is going to use its wire web attack. Now, what wire web does is this. It's a ranged weapon attack. It's +5 to hit. It can go anywhere within 30 feet of one creature. Now, if the target, if it hits, the target is restrained by copper wires. So as an action, the restrained target can make a strength check and burst the wires if it succeeds. It's a DC 12. The wire can also be attacked and destroyed. It's got 5 hit points and is vulnerable to fire. However, that fire, if you used fire, would also damage the creature that is attached by the fire. So it is going to do its wire web attack, and it has rolled a 12 on Thornsley. On Ebonyclaw.
Miss.
And this particular clockwork spider, even though it's clockwork, you can tell that it's very sad that it failed to do anything of value.
And then the actual emotion, and then the crystal is like, the crystal turns blue all of a sudden.
Yeah, the crystal is showing its sadness. Alright, which brings us to spider number 3. It's going to run all the way across to
The one that no one cares about.
and it is going to attack him with its special bite attack. And it rolls, let's have a look, bite attack. It rolls a 13.
Drumroll, please.
Fail.
Ah! I'm not doing well in this battle.
Yeah, I'm not taking damage.
Which brings us back to Gabriel Nightwing with his crossbow.
It's
Would I be able to sneak up behind the one that tried to attack Ruben and then pull out the gem?
You can do that. I'll allow you to do that. So you have, that will be 10, 15, it's 25 feet of movement, which you can do.
Yeah.
And you sneak up or you walk then behind him. Now I need you to roll a
That's
sleight
like-
of hand.
I have +5.
If you don't...
24 all added up.
Goodness gracious me. So you grab at the gem and you start ripping it apart, and as you do so, the clockwork spider lets out a bit of a shriek. It knows that if this power source is lost, it will instantly die. And so as you grab it, it comes half undone. It unclicks from one of its 2 plates that it's been mounted onto, and so you've succeeded, but not fully. You'll need to do a second action of the same thing to fully dislodge it, but you are halfway there. Which brings us to Thornsley.
Well,
going first, my little
I can.
I thought you did.
Because I'm Circle of the Moon. While I'm in my wild shape, I can actually cast Moonbeam.
And what does Moonbeam do?
Well, let's see. A silvery beam of pale light shines around in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. Until the spell ends, dim light fills the cylinder, and you can make it take a magic action on later turns to move the cylinder up to 60 feet. When the cylinder appears, a creature in it makes a Constitution save throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d10 and radiant damage, and if the creature is shapeshifted, it reverts to its true form and can't shapeshift until it leaves the cylinder. On a successful save, the creature takes half damage only.
Okay.
The creature also makes a save if the spell's area moves into the space. It moves into its space, and when it enters the spell's area or ends its turn there. If a creature makes a creature makes a save only once per turn.
So you want to cast this 5-foot radius beam right on the one right next to you?
Yeah.
Alright, go right ahead. Roll your attack. Or does it need
no,
to
it's
roll?
con...
What's this?
20. No, not 20. 12.
Alright, so I will have to do it this way. So I have to roll a 12. Is that right?
Yeah, it's DC 12.
Alright, so on my little caricature sheet, con save, it is
12.
20!
Nah.
So it still takes 10 damage though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, no.
Oh, you
it's
have to
1d10.
Yeah, so
No,
do 1.
half of 17. It doesn't say. It doesn't
It's
say
always
round.
rounded down, so that would be 8.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, because
Oh yeah.
Alright, very good. And so now it's Spidey number 1, the one that just took the damage. And he's just going to go right ahead and do his clockwork bite right back at you.
Right back at Right back
And so he will roll his attack roll, and that is a 25.
That does not hit. Of course it does.
it wouldn't get a
No,
pass.
That was a 19. So you take 1d6 of piercing damage and 1d6 plus 3 piercing plus 1d6 of lightning damage.
Lightning.
Yes, because it sparks at you. So it does 6 lightning damage, plus. So 6 lightning damage plus. I'm just pulling this back up. There we go. And 4, so 10 damage all together.
Okay, do I have a reaction?
You have to take 10 damage.
Okay, 10 damage. Wait,
Alright.
would I take it with my Modron Quadrant or my actual health?
It's your actual health.
Okay. 10 damage.
Alright, so Ebonyclaw, up to you.
Firstly, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on my spider friend.
But spider friend,
That spider friend.
Ruben.
You did
Okay.
it with a seahorse.
It was not a seahorse. It was a lobster.
It was a lobster and it was not attacking you at the time.
I don't care. He's still my friend.
Well, then I'm gonna kill you.
Well, I casted it. And now he gets... How much? Come on. 11!
Okay, so he's back to full health and also the magic crystal is once again reattached firmly.
I just pat him on the head.
As you do that, it does an opportunity attack against you. And because you're moving within 5 feet, I
That's
think.
what you get.
I patted
And
it!
so
No, it's moving out!
it is a 15 to hit.
I patted you on here!
That's what you get.
And so the damage you take is 6 piercing damage and 4, so 10 again. So 10 damage to you.
Okay, now
Alright, so now would you like to spend an action doing something?
I will retaliate on my newly found mean spider friend with the breath weapon, acid style. Dex saving.
No, but that will get Hugo as well.
So what I would suggest is you've already lost an opportunity attack. It can't do it twice. Is just move 5 feet to the left so that because a breath weapon is in a straight line or a cone.
Yeah.
So just do it in a way that, so we'll just move you to the side here and do a breath weapon that way. So what's the breath weapon?
Dex 13. Hang on, I will get Teddy as well. No, you won't.
It's how long?
30 feet.
Well, we'll put you on the other side then. That way. Alright, and so you've got a dex save. So
13.
dexterity 13. Here we go. And it is a 5.
Yay! Die, you monster!
And what type of damage is it?
Acid. 6! Die, you little monster! Die!
So it's -6.
I patted you on the head and healed you and showed that you were my friend.
Alright,
Why?
Okay. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
On which one?
Or the one which is closest to me.
Sure.
Wait,
So guiding bolt always hits, or is that a?
It's 15.
Dad,
The hit DC is 15.
that spider needs to make another save because he ended his turn inside the cylinder.
oh yeah.
Didn't you say at the very end that it only does?
Once, he makes it once per turn. And so that was my turn, so then that means...
I think the way I would understand these rules is it made the made the save on your turn, which is once per turn.
Yeah, and then his other turn,
So remember, there's a difference between a round and a turn.
a round, I know, a turn is one person's individual thing, but round is everybody's.
So my hit DC.
So he would have to make another save.
I think you are correct. Let me just double check the rules here. Okay, so I've checked and Teddy is correct. Once per turn means exactly that. You can trigger, it triggers once per any individual creature's turn, which is very different to once per round, which doesn't happen that way. So, Teddy, let's re-roll for the save. How much is the save again?
12.
12 Constitution save. Let's go. This is the one that's directly next to you. And it rolls a 9. So it fails and takes how much damage?
Well,
2d10s.
15 damage.
Um,
Die!
tell us how it happens.
Well, basically, I'm Circle of the Moon, and like my entire Modron cube body just illuminates, and my body keeps flashing in from my actual self into the Modron self, and then while I'm next to it, he just starts flashing, sparks going everywhere, and then he can't stand it anymore, and then the crystal on his back just fires out and embeds itself into the floor.
And so as that does, so as this crystal embeds itself into the floor, it cracks and the red light inside it moves into the sky and straight into the Radiant Crystal control key that Hugo has.
Yeah.
And that is that turn. Now we're back to Saldrin, whose turn it actually is.
I won.
I did guiding bolt and my hit DC was 15.
A 15, eh? A 15, you say? Well, a 15.
Just not hit.
A 15 does not hit.
Oh, yes!
You can use your inspiration, which you have.
Yes, I will. So I roll again?
Yep.
Yeah.
You cast it again.
24.
That hits, yes. And so how much is the damage?
46. Babida.
15.
Poof. So bolt per bolt per bolt per bolt, they just slam into each side of this particular spider, and he is looking bloodied. If you're a Clockwork Spider,
Oil.
it is looking oiled. Yes, that's right. All right, and so he's taken 15 damage, and so now we are back to Spider number 2's turn, which is the one who is currently attacking Ebonyclaw. And so he is going to try again and throw a net over Ebonyclaw, and let us see what happens. So the hit DC is 16.
That hits. That's 3.
What's your armor class?
His armor class is
Ebonyclaw?
13.
Armor class.
What?
13.
So that hits. So what that means is that you are now restrained, which means you can't move. So as an action on your turn, you can try and make a strength thing to get out of it, if you like. All right. So now it's Spider number 3, who is right next to Saldrin, and he will attack him with the Clockwork Spider Bite. And he rolls a 19.
That hits.
And so you shall take 1d6 plus 3 of piercing, so it's 10 damage all up, 9 of which comes from piercing and 1 from lightning damage.
We're all taking 10 damage.
But everybody takes 10 damage.
No, I don't. No.
And that brings us back to Gabriel's turn.
Finally.
With the spider's back is still to you, so remember the crystal has been healed and has been reattached through the foolish actions of Ebonyclaw. So what would you like to do?
Hugo, you can sneak up on him like Isaiah said. He has the weakness at the crystal.
Speaking of how I did discover that weakness, does one of the box on my book burst?
DM, you know how?
Not yet.
How I don't have disadvantage if I'm 5 feet with it
in a monster and they use my crossbow.
Because you're a crossbow expert, yes. So you'd like to use your crossbow to shoot the crystal?
Yes,
or...
and if I hit her, I'll use my Hail of Thorns.
Very good. So roll a attack roll, please.
That would be a 12.
I would suggest you use your inspiration and
It
re-roll.
doesn't have it.
Oh, that's a bit sad.
Oh no, Hugo still has his bardic inspiration. Oh no, that's way.
That doesn't work that way.
way.
That is a miss, my friend, unfortunately. Which moves us then to Thornsley.
But I shall use my magic action to move the moonbeam,
Onto.
the spider that recently that got Ruben in the web.
Yes!
Very good.
Kill him!
And so it rolls now a saving throw. What? A 12, the Constitution saving throw. Here we go. A con 12, and you get to have. It rolls a. Sorry, it rolls an 8.
Yes.
So it fails.
It fails. Well, he takes 10 damage. Again.
And so he is also looking oiled at this stage. Any bonus action you'd like to do?
Well, bonus action cast. No, not. I won't do that. Bonus. Wait, I just want to see what my bonus actions are. I can, however.
No? Alright, so let's move on. Ebonyclaw.
Can I please?
You can try and wriggle loose if you like.
Yes, but firstly, does it take an action to prepare a spell or not? Ruben, you
can't prepare a spell during combat. You can only do that during your long rest.
Fine, I'll do strength check. Saving throw or check?
So you need to do a strength saving throw.
Okay.
It's a strength check, sorry.
Strength check, never mind.
Strength check. Can he just use the save?
Yeah, that's the same. It's basically the same.
Yeah,
Okay, he got 14 on the save.
Yeah.
All right. So as you pull your muscles together as a dragonborn, some of the wires cut a little bit into you, but it doesn't matter, and you burst free from the wires that have held you together. So that is your action. Do you have any bonus action you want to do?
I'll healing word on myself.
Why?
Great choice.
Not me.
I have 17
All right, Saldrin, your turn.
14.
Isaiah.
I'm going to use my famous unarmed strike.
Okay.
And I'm going to punch him.
That's it.
Punching. My hit DC is 14.
That fails.
Sigma.
Do you want to specifically hit him, or do you want to try and bash the crystal on his back?
I want to bash the crystal on his back.
So that actually succeeds and do some damage.
He automatically does 3 damage.
And as it turns out, that crystal shatters with only 3 damage, breaking open and also releasing its energy. And that spider is dead.
And it goes into
And
my Concord.
it goes into the Concord jewel. That's correct.
Is it like a liquid?
Is my radiant crystal, like the radiant necklace crystal thing, on me lighted up?
No, it's still with Hugo.
Isaiah wants
All right,
to describe how he killed him.
all right, go for it.
I just grab him and then I go bash. And then the crystal just shatters, and then I'm like, bye garbage can. And that's
Garbage can? That's
garbage cans. And that's from out the window.
Very good. And then finally, spider number 3 is going to attack Ebonyclaw once more
He needs to take damage.
with his bite attack.
He needs to take damage from Moonbeam.
No, because you put the moonbeam on the one next to him.
He can take it.
No, the moonbeam was on the one that Saldrin just destroyed.
No, it wasn't. It was on him.
Because he said the closest to him.
I said the guy that everybody is attacking.
Well, you'll have to just forgive me because I put it on the wrong one then. But that's okay. And we're doing Clockwork Bite on Ebonyclaw.
No.
And is a critical hit.
No!
26.
26.
I hate you, you little fiend!
So the damage is. Let's have a look.
50.
You. What? Yeah, it's 20. What's your? It's 20 hit points of damage.
Oh, you health left!
It is a good thing you did that healing word on yourself. Because it's double damage.
Oh yeah, what did he have?
Yeah. No, it's 1d6 plus 3 slashing or piercing plus 1d6 of lightning, double for both of them. Because it was a critical hit. Alright, Gabriel, your turn.
Alright, that's it. I am not curing your wounds.
Are you going to try and shoot?
Kill the little fiend!
So you have a choice. You can either try and kill the little fiend or you can try and kill the crystal on the little fiend.
Just kill the little fiend! I'll try and kill the crystal on the way.
No, don't!
Alright, so roll.
Make him pay! Make him pay!
Roll an attack die.
No, he got 5. He got 5. He's cheating. He got 5.
Also, does someone want to give their inspiration to
No! What?
No one has inspiration.
Alright, that's fine. Well, that misses then. Thornsley, you're up.
Yes.
Okay. Well, since there's no point in
Make him suffer!
since there's no point in moving the moonbeam, I shall run up to that spider's back in my form, because I'll go around Hugo so I don't risk an opportunity attack.
No, you can go through me.
You can. So we'll do that.
And so then I'm just gonna slam him 4 times.
Yes!
And no, this time
What specifically are you trying to attack, the crystal or the spider in general?
Make him
Crystal?
suffer
the
me.
crystal, but I shall not actually do slam. I'll do gear launcher. Wait, no, and then what? Oh no. Okay, yeah, I'll just do slam actually.
Alright, so roll the attack dice.
Okay.
1 slam or 4 slams?
4 slams.
Why not 4 gear launchers?
Okay, I'll do 3 minutes. Well, one of them was
3.
Stop, Ruben, stop. One of them was 8. One of that.
Is it a miss?
Yes. One of them was a 7.
Miss.
One of them was a 16, and the
Hits.
other one was a 19.
Alright, so do the damage for the 2 hits.
Okay, that would be 2d4 plus 4, because I'm...
Okay, well, you don't even need to roll for that. That will destroy the crystal. So tell us how it's done, Teddy.
Well, and anyway, I did 11 damage to him, but... Yeah,
Tell
I'm
us how it's
like... the same thing happens. For a moment, I flutter out of existence, but then I reappear, and then I just punch him, and then I actually kind of hurt my sort of fist, but then I fly up using my mechanic wings, and then smash the crystal with my other open hand, and totally obliterate him.
Cool. And so as they all are now destroyed, what you sense is there's this golden glow that emanates from within the house itself. So it is the way that the house is telling you that every vestige of the evil that was in this place has been removed. It is now completely cleansed and fully yours. And so each of you feels a direct connection now to the house in its entirety, where before you felt those 3 sources of power you recognize now that they were the crystals on the back of these spiders. And so the spiders are gone, the house is quiet, the dust of the battle has settled, and so you stand in this grand hall of the Heroes Hearth for the first time, and it really truly feels like yours. You have a home, you have a mission, you have now a fully charged Ruby Concord Crystal, and you have a way forward. And so as you finish this, something special happens. There's this moment where you hear this pinging sound in your ears, Saldrin, and you recognize that the logic you used as you conducted the study action in this particular fight has undone magic that has threatened the world. And so as you realize that and you hear that ringing in your ear, you hear a snap, and you look down at your Ledger of Legends, the book that you have, and the snap is one of the locks that has opened, and you are one step closer to your epic boon.
Oh yeah,
What does that lock like? She said that I unlock something else every time I use that lock.
That's true. And so when you next cast Identify on the book, perhaps we shall tell you what it does then.
Since they're one of the clockwork animals, would I be able to have them in my Emerald Spirit Animal Zoo?
So you have a look, you walk over to these particular spiders, and you see that these were purely clockwork. They were not beasts that had been transformed into clockwork. They were purely machines. And so there's no animal here for you to save, even though that's a good idea. And so with that revelation is where we will finish our adventure for this day. You have gathered a home, you have saved your home, you have undone the power of Elias Thorne.
I've locked Hugo in the janitor closet.
And all of those things have happened, and so now you are ready for your next adventure next time.
I locked Hugo in the janitor
I was
closet.
going to do a message on everyone and say, did anybody else feel something?
And so that's where we will leave our adventure for this time. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that if you've been listening in online or on the podcast, you've had fun. Please leave us a 5-star review and share this with all your friends. And thank you so much, Isaiah, Teddy, Ruben, and Hugo for playing with us. And we shall see you next time on Dad's Dungeon Dude.
Dad's Dungeon Dudes.